it. Better late than never. I was in the middle of a meeting. Here I am, Dan Salem, live on the BuzzChomp YouTube channel to talk to you about the NFL. I'm going to go live on Facebook at the Dan Salem, always at the Dan Salem on Twitter, and then we'll talk about the NFL for a little while about rookie mini camps. And we're starting a live video in 3, 2, 1. Hello, Facebook. I'm at the Dan Salem, the Dan Salem, over on BuzzChomp's YouTube channel, Dan Salem Live, talking to you about the NFL rookie camp. Better late than never. I had a meeting. It ran a little long. Here I am to talk NFL rookie camps. Oh, you're first. Hey. Welcome. Okay, so NFL camps are underway, and I thought this would be a good opportunity to dive into the rookies, many quarterbacks, and who will start this season in the NFL. It's a hot topic on ESPN. There's not a lot going on. A few players have been signed. A few players have been dropped. We'll talk about them. But basically, it's NFL rookie camps. The rookies have gotten on the field for the first time in the NFL ever. Over on at the Dan Salem on Twitter, tweet me if you've got comments, questions. If you have an opinion on a rookie, I would love to hear it, and we'll start a Twitter war about it. All right, let's get this underway. We'll go for a little bit here and then see how long it takes us. Like I said, apologies for a little bit late tonight. No worries, business before pleasure. If I'm right, I'm right. So we shall start at the top of the draft with Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns. He will start for the Browns this season. I do not believe he starts week 1. Tyrod Taylor is really good. He's much better than anyone ever gave him credit for in Buffalo. I can't play Fortnite for a while because I lost my iPhone. Aw, too bad. Fortnite rocks. I got to jump back on. I've been off Fortnite for like the last week or so with traveling and kind of lost the game. And it's a lot of fun. Sorry, I'm trying to adjust the light on this, and it's just not working. Anyways, so back to Cleveland and Baker Mayfield. He will start for the Browns this year. I have a feeling he starts – I haven't checked where their bye is, but I'm guessing he'll start like October 1st. First week of October. Right, Maddie? I think Tyrod Taylor will get a month. But then the Browns, because I just don't see this as like a winning season for them. I think they'll more be like 7-9, 8-8. It'll be a big improvement. Ooh, this is really dark. I'm sorry, folks. My bad. I don't know why it's so dark. So I think he'll start the beginning of October. Tyrod Taylor's excellent, but he's kind of a bridge quarterback. And I think with Baker that this bridge is going to be, that's better. Because he's going to be shorter than most. And I think that he'll start by October. Yeah, you can't play on the 6 Plus because you need a better phone. You'll get it soon enough. You'll get back soon enough. Number 2. Barkley with the Giants, he's going to start week 1. I mean, Saquon Barkley is going to be the starting running back for the New York Giants, barring unforeseen circumstances. Now, whether or not he continues to be the starting running back for the duration of the season has everything to do with how successful he is running the football. But he's going to start week 1. I think he'll start every game for the Giants. I think he'll have a good year. I don't think it will be like amazing Todd Gurley-esque. I don't know if it'll be as good as Ezekiel Elliott's rookie season, but he'll be in that ballpark of like top 15 backs easy, top 10 most likely. I think he's going to have a good year, but the Giants offense is so predicated on the pass that I think Barkley will do well, but the stats just won't be there for him to like reach those other guys' levels. Oh, good idea. Email an Epic Games about trying to get Fortnite on the lower versions of the iPhones so more people can play. Sounds good to me. I don't know what the graphics requirements are. May or may not work. But so then the Jets. Sam Darnold, number 3, quarterback. He will start for the Jets this season. I can see him starting week 1. It's really true. I think he's going to come a long way this offseason. Josh McCown's excellent. I mean, he's there to bridge. He's there to teach. But I think he's going to be a good enough teacher that Darnold will start week 1. I mean, he already has the skills in place. I mean, he seems like a smart guy that's going to really absorb this offense. He's saying all the right things. He's laid back. I believe that Sam Darnold will start week 1 for the New York Jets. If he doesn't start week 1, he will start by the beginning of October, very similar to Baker Mayfield. The Jets have nothing to gain by playing McCown. I mean, they can make the playoffs this season. They were a pretty good team last year, lost several close games. And they didn't really lose many of their starters. They only added Has quality players. Okay, thanks. They only added quality players, so I like the Jets because the AFC competition for the wild card is really eh. I mean, the top's the top, right? You got Tom Brady, you got Ben Roethlisberger, you got the Jaguars, and anyone else really dominant? I don't know about Kansas City. I don't know about Oakland. I don't know about Baltimore. I don't know about Tennessee. Those teams are all 50-50, 8-8 to 10-6, that range. The Jets can easily shoot up into that 9-7 range for the wild card this year in the AFC. Which brings me to, I'm going to skip a couple players because some of these other guys are definitely starting. I'm going to talk about quarterbacks predominantly. We got Josh Rosen in Arizona. I'm sorry. I believe that Rosen also starts for Arizona. He does not start week 1, though. Like, he's a really smart guy. I think he's going to be mid-season. Sam Bradford's excellent, and I just don't think they rush Rosen in. I think he starts by mid-season. I think Arizona's got a very good team. They could be a playoff team with Rosen at the helm by the end of the year also. Ooh, slide for the NFL. Nice. I like it. I think that Rosen will play by midseason. I don't think he starts at the very beginning of the year. I think that's Bradford's job. As for Buffalo and Josh Allen, I think Josh Allen should sit on the bench for a month or so. I think he will start week 1 for Buffalo. They've hitched their wagon, and they don't really have a better option. And he's very talented. I think they'll let him learn on the field. I think he starts week 1 as well. Now, it wouldn't surprise me if all of these quarterbacks started week 1, only because the teams that they have been being employed by have very little to lose by playing them. There are low expectations for Buffalo, for Arizona, for the Jets, for Cleveland. Arizona may have the highest expectations, but they haven't been in the playoffs recently, and they're kind of rebuilding. So, they're teetering. I mean, LA leads that division. Seattle hasn't really fallen back. San Francisco's on the up and up. So a lot of these guys, they start them now. They need to learn on the field. The idea of learning on the bench only goes so far. You don't want to rush somebody onto the field, but they need to play the rookie year, and these quarterbacks all will. That being said, I do not believe Lamar Jackson will play this season. Not as a starter anyways. Flacco's got that job in hand this year, maybe half of next at least. And the same is true in Pittsburgh with Mason Rudolph. He's not going to get on the field this year either. He's the backup. He's learning from Ben Roethlisberger. Maddie, it's no need to cry. Big Ben's at the helm. He's got it under control, okay? So, right? I mean, the Steelers, they're still good. They're still the Steelers. They still got Antonio Brown. They don't need their rookie to play. Yeah. We don't like the Steelers, though. We're kind of rooting against them. My daughter is a Jets fan, at least until I tell her otherwise. Oh, okay. Now she's causing trouble. Maddie, okay. Maddie, please stop. Please stop. Maddie. All right. We're back to it. So, rookie camps, right? Tough to say about the other. Most of these other players are going to play. I mean, the linemen, unless they botch these first-round picks, they're going to play. I mean, it's really the quarterbacks that are up for debate. The wide receivers, they should play. My feeling is if you drafted a first-round pick that doesn't start within the first few games of the year, you made a bad first-round pick. Because you want these first-round picks to be instant impact players. Okay, nice. The email. He shared an NFL slide with me for Recode. I will check it out when I get an opportunity. So, these other defensive players, all these guys in the first round really should see the field. It's the QBs that are the most interesting. So they're doing power rankings post-draft. This is all hogwash in my opinion. I'm excited because my team has a new quarterback. I'm also excited for just the turnover. The NFL is turning over these quarterbacks that have dominated for so many years on their last season or two, and it's room for some new guys to come in. Ooh, Victor Cruz is holding out hope to return to the NFL. That would be interesting. I could see him. Okay, I could see him being a contributor on a team as the third or fourth receiver. Maddie, Victor Cruz had a nice career. You don't need to cry about it. Okay? He's not going to be on the Giants, though. It'll be on another team. I could see him being like a second-tier receiver for the Patriots, even, or San Francisco. The Saints lose Mark Ingram for 4 games through the PEDs. That really hurts their offense. That's a full month. That means he's going to be starting his training camp in October, basically. That's tough, but you can't mess with the PEDs, guy. Other players, people got released. The Saints released their tight end because he just didn't come together. Only after 2 years, a 5-year deal. It's Fleener, I believe. And other news and notes. It's really, the fifth-year options were exercised. So the main takeaway from these fifth-year options, which are players that were drafted in 2015, namely the Jameis Winston, Marcus Mariota draft. The main takeaway, the first-round quarterbacks in that year all got their fifth-year option exercised, which means they panned out, which bodes very well for the quarterbacks in this draft. First-round quarterbacks tend to pan out. They did in 2015, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, so it'll be the fifth year. So that's great. Also, my Jets, they exercised their option on Leonard Williams because he was an excellent player and he deserved that fifth-year option. Many other players didn't get them, which means a lot of teams missed that year. I'm happy that my team hit. I'm happy that those top quarterbacks hit. Todd Gurley was in that draft. He is an obvious hit. The exercising of the option is another cheap year for these teams with their player before they need to re-up and play on a new deal. It also means this is not a contract year for these guys. They can negotiate next offseason before the final year of their deal. Any player that didn't get their option exercised, that means they really need to have a great season this year in order to earn an extension. Otherwise, the teams will cut them next offseason a year from now. That's kind of the way it goes in the NFL. And, if you are a first-round pick, sounds good. I will go to my email after and check it out. Thank you. If you were a first-round pick and didn't earn that fifth-year option, then you haven't done enough over your first 4. Either you were hurt or you just didn't play well enough to warrant it. And honestly, the average NFL career is, 3 to 5 years? So this is not surprising. It's just disappointing when your team misses on their first-round pick and the player wasn't good enough to last that 5 years. I'm happy my team hit. The quarterbacks hit. That bodes well for my guy, Sam Darnold. Matt Ryan got an extension, $30 million a year. That bodes well for Aaron Rodgers, who is due for a renegotiation and a bigger contract payout. It makes other players like Tom Brady look cheap and like a bargain. But that's not surprising. He makes a lot of money off the field. And honestly, all the Patriots, they either take pay cuts or they go play elsewhere for bigger paychecks. That's what New England's done, and that's how they keep winning. And you're either buy in or you get out. And a lot of guys buy in for a while, and then they decide they need to get out. And that's respectable. You win a title or you have a good run, and then you get out and you move along. Nobody's hurting you for it. Excuse me. It's part of the game. I'm getting over a little cold, so bear with me here. I'm going to cut it short here at 15 minutes. I've got another minute. Any questions from the 2 live audiences before I give my final thoughts on the current state of the NFL offseason? Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is going to get a huge payday. Johnny Manziel got hospitalized. Bears iPads were stolen. Weird headlines in the NFL offseason. Okay, so NFL camps for rookies are underway. I think at the beginning of June, team mini camps. Then July, actual camps. Then August, we have the preseason. It's going to be an interesting real ride here over the next 3 to 4 weeks. Somebody like Dez Bryant will surely find a home, I have to believe. Jason Witten retired. He's not going to be the only one. A few other players will retire before the year begins because they just didn't find a team or didn't want to play for such little money. You don't want to crush your body forever because you have a much stronger life after your NFL life is over. Therefore, you got to know when to call it quits, and you got to listen to your body. It's not an easy decision to make, but you got to make it. I commend Witten for stepping away into the booth when it felt right for him. Well, that's the buzzer. Thank you for joining my live stream today. I will be back next week, 5 p.m. Pacific time on Tuesday. We'll go a little longer then. We may add a few extra topics to the agenda because the NFL has so few items going on this time of year, but I will continue to go live. I'm Dan Salem, at the Dan Salem on Facebook, at the Dan Salem on Twitter, at the Dan Salem on Instagram. I'm on the BuzzChomp YouTube channel, Pillow Talk TV on BuzzChomp as well, every Friday, new comedy. I will be back next week. Thank you and good night. I'm ending it.